Are you considering a move to Charlotte, North Carolina? I get it. It can be overwhelming when you think about where you need to live, how long your commute may be, where the best schools may be, and is the spot I'm looking at really the best fit? Well, in this video, I'm breaking down all the best areas of Charlotte to live so you can get fully educated and know exactly where maybe you need to look before you make your move. My name is Mitch. I'm a real estate broker here in Charlotte, and I produce videos just like this to provide the most amount of value I can to people like you looking to relocate to the Charlotte area. Now, if it's of any interest, I do write a weekly email to all my clients on exclusive Charlotte content. If that's of interest to you, just click the link below. It's free to sign up. I'll get you a copy of that every week. First up, we have Uptown. Now, Uptown is actually the center, right, of Charlotte. So if you're looking on a map, the very center of Charlotte is what we call Uptown. Now, many buyers that I talk to that are relocating to Charlotte, they're like, Mitch, why is it called Uptown and not downtown? A little quick history here. When Charlotte was founded back in the 1700s, you'll notice when you visit here, if you've been here before, Uptown is kind of slightly elevated on like a hill. So when they had their horse and carriages and they were going up, quote unquote, the hill, that's where they named it Uptown. That's a little background for you. But Uptown is divided into 4 wards, okay? You got First Ward, Second Ward, Third Ward, and Fourth Ward, and you can see those here on the screen. Now, this is the epicenter, right, of where a lot of, there's company headquarters are here, such as Bank of America, Duke Energy, right? You've got the Charlotte Hornets, you've got the Panther Stadium here, a lot of activity, a lot of consulting firms, banking firms, tax firms, etc. So there's a lot going on in Uptown. Now, it is surrounded by what we call the 277 Beltway, right? So that wraps around the entire area of Uptown. And in Uptown, right, you do have various accommodations for housing. Of course, we've got a lot of high rises there like you'd find in a lot of downtowns. So the condominium market and the townhouse market is quite strong. However, there's not as many single family homes here in Uptown as you can imagine. So if you are looking, right, for more of a condo, high-rise feel, this is definitely somewhere you want to look. Of course, another good advantage of Uptown is it is walking, right? Like a lot of downtown cities, you can live, park your car, and basically walk to work, walk to wherever you need to get to. And of course, the light rail system and bus system is there as well to get you around. And of course, grabbing Uber is very easy. But this is really the epicenter of Charlotte. Now, to give you a little real estate stats on Uptown, I wanted to just bring your attention to this. As of February of course, 2025, so this is the most recent data, the average sale price in Uptown is about $458,000, okay? This is for single-family townhomes and condos. That price is at about $459 a square foot. Now, the max price, right, that had sold is about $1.9 million and about $575 a square foot, and these are closed sales within the last 180 days. So this will kind of give you an idea of like, look, if you're looking for a condo in Uptown, you're probably going to spend about $500,000 right now to get what you want. However, this is certainly a place, right, that if you're moving from a major city, you're going to have kind of that feel, right, that downtown urban feel is certainly a place you're going to want to look is Uptown. Now, the next neighborhood is SouthEnd. Now, SouthEnd is probably one of the most vibrant areas of all of Charlotte. And I've done videos on this in the past. The development alone in SouthEnd right now is in the billions. You'll notice there's many, many high rises going in for high-end luxury condos, apartments. There's all kinds of restaurants, bars, entertainment. It's really what I would consider a walkable neighborhood. Now, when Charlotte was, in its infancy and starting to be developed, they created what we call the Lynx light rail system, kind of like a subway that you'd find in a major city. They started to develop that first through the south part of Charlotte, directly through SouthEnd, as you can see here on the screen. Now, that light rail system, being that it went in the SouthEnd first, it created a ton of development. And that's why if you're looking for the most vibrant place, in my opinion, to live in Charlotte, it's certainly going to be in SouthEnd. Now, SouthEnd, however, is more of a younger demographic. I'd say between, early 20s up to your late 30s. So it's a more of a younger professional environment. Of course, a great place where you can walk basically anywhere. You can get into work very quickly. It's a great place to live. Now, in terms of housing accommodations, right? If you're looking for what can I get in SouthEnd, there are, of course, condominiums, a lot of townhouses. There's not as many, of course, single-family homes, but I was able to pull some stats on this for you that I wanted to share just to kind of level set you. Now, the average sale price in SouthEnd right now as of February 2025 for closed homes about 645,000, and that was trading at about 411 a square foot. And of course, the max sale price was about 1.9 million, which traded at 440 or 545 a square foot. So that gives you some idea of what it may cost you if you're looking to relocate from another city, kind of where the prices are. I will tell you there's a lot of great developments that have been built in SouthEnd that would be great options for young professionals, especially guys if you're commuting, okay, into like say Uptown, you work at the bank, Wells Fargo, Bank of America. This is a sure shot commute, easy to get into work every single day, which is why a lot of young professionals choose to live in this, particular area. Now you've got about 5.5 million square feet of office space as well in SouthEnd. So there's a lot of job creation happening here. You've got the Lowe's corporate IT headquarters that's right in SouthEnd. They employ a significant amount of people. So that's another great thing that's happening here. And then of course, there's about 7 to 8 co-working spaces in SouthEnd where if maybe you're a freelancer, maybe you're an entrepreneur, there's a lot of places you can go work to get out of the house and still have that, downtown city urban feel to keep that energy high for you if that's what you're looking for. Now, if you're looking for a higher end area, South Park would be my spot for you to look. Now, South Park is about 6 miles south of Uptown. It's not that far, about 10 or 15 minute commute, easy to get to, but it is home to some of the most beautiful homes in our entire city. You also have a lot of higher end condos that are available, as well as townhouses. The main attraction at South Park is it's not only its location, proximity to Uptown, and of course the Charlotte Douglas Airport is not that far. It's about 15 or 20 minutes in a quick Uber. Also, it has what we call the South Park Mall, which has very high-end shopping. All the top high-end stores you would like is also located here, and there are some fantastic restaurants in places to visit. So South Park is a very prime location. Now, in terms of some major neighborhoods, right, that draw your attention to, you got places like Foxcroft, Moorcroft Estates, beautiful luxury homes in there. And you also have Barclay Downs, which has some more beautiful properties. Now, what I like about South Park is, of course, if you have maybe a young family or you're looking for a little bit more space, okay, and you want a nice luxury home, this is why I like the South Park area, because you can find some very nice lots with some beautiful properties where you're not going to feel as though you're in a city as much as you would, like, say, in SouthEnd and Uptown. It's more of a suburb feel, but you're really not that far from where you need to be, especially if you have a job at the bank or, of course, in Uptown. This would be a great area to commute from. Now, in terms of real estate stats that I wanted to pull here for us, South Park has a much higher sale price. About $1.8 million, okay, was the average sale price, or they traded at $448 a square foot, with the max price being $6.4 million. Now, of course, this was for closed homes, again, in the past 180 days, so we do have homes that are even higher than that, of course. But, again, South Park is a very much more affluent area to look, but the central location of it makes this an absolute gem in our city. Now, heading south, I would definitely look in South Charlotte. Now, South Charlotte covers a large body of land, but it is inside the 45 Beltway, and there are some excellent neighborhoods to look. Now, I will say South Charlotte has a plethora, right, of developments to choose from, not only single family, but also townhomes and condos as well. And there are some major hubs and shopping areas in South Charlotte, which makes it a highly desirable place to live. Also, you have some excellent schools in the South Charlotte area. And of course, for all those schools, I did provide a link below to click on that so you can navigate all the top schools in the area. But here's what I'll say about South Charlotte. To commute into Uptown is still not that bad. You have the 45 Beltway you can take, depending on where you're looking, that can wrap around, and then you catch 77 north. You also have the light rail system that goes all the way down South Charlotte through the Pineville area. So if you wanted to do a park and ride commute, that's definitely a great option. Or you could take what we call Providence Road, which is a main artery that runs right up through Charlotte, coming out of Waxhaw and Weddington, over the 45 Beltway and all the way up. So you definitely have commuting routes that are easy. So if you were to look in these different neighborhoods like Piper Glen, you got Providence Country Club, which is directly below the 45 Beltway. You also have Providence Plantation. You've got some excellent areas. Raintree to look. So what I want you to think about South Charlotte is that has a suburban feel. So this is more of like you would find in suburbs, tree-lined streets, great neighborhoods, a lot of HOAs. But the sale price, right, which I would pull for you here, has about 800,000 is the average sale price, and that traded at 277 a square foot. Now, again, keep this in mind. This is for the entire body of South Charlotte, which is a big area. The max sale price was, of course, 7.7 million, and this was for closed homes only again. But we do have a lot of different inventory available. So if you're looking to, for an area with larger lots, a little bit longer commute, but still in the Charlotte area, and you can get more bang for your buck on a single family house, South Charlotte neighborhoods is definitely where I would look. I hope you guys enjoyed that quick synopsis of where the top areas of Charlotte are. Of course, we'll be producing more videos on even more neighborhoods because there are a ton of them, as you can imagine. We're going to be covering more of that, but again, thank you so much, and if you could, don't forget to like and subscribe so you get notifications on all these videos I produce every single week. But I appreciate your time, and I'll talk to you next week.